They're finding the angles nicely.
Up around the corner, and a very nervy first over for the youngster is dispatched away for 13. Nepal on the rise at 65 for 3. Just a little surge for Nepal, despite that run out of Kushal Malla. They've continued to attack the inexperienced wrist spinners. 20 have come from the last 2 overs. Real challenge for wrist spinners, whoever they're playing against, coming into international cricket.
Yeah, not with much cricket behind either of them, to be fair to them.
I was asking you what receiving your first cap was like. What's something like this, getting tips and knowledge passed on by a West Indian legend to you?
Yeah, it'd be important, and not necessarily from a leg spin perspective. Not sure how many leg spinners Bish has bowled, but you know, talking about understanding tactics, kind of an acceptance of where he is. And I have had the pleasure of talking to Bish before games, and it actually kind of calmed me down a lot. A lot of times it's him trying to find out different things from the player, and as a player it soothes you because someone with the stature of Ian Bishop is asking you about how you see the game and allowing you to share your nuggets with him. So yeah, I think it's mighty important, and after a good showing, it would have felt good for him to have a chat with someone like Ian Bishop, both from Trinidad, made him feel really comfortable. And you know, it's such a highly charged area, international cricket. You always try to find those bits that soothe you before or after a game.
Just beats the cover fielder and is going to race ever so closely to the rope. It's now giving it a kiss. That will be 4. Not sure it was the strongest effort from the captain at cover in Akil Hussain, and then behind him the former captain Jason Holder doesn't really follow it up. The end result will be 4.
Yeah, this is where Nepal definitely won the first game in the field, whether it was the run-outs or saving runs on the boundary.
They're just so quick between the wickets. They do all the basics right, and it was those 1%ers that proved the difference.
Yeah, 100%. And you thought West Indies started a little bit better with Zishan Matara at point effecting the run out, but it hasn't continued in that direction. It's something they need to change in the final 10 overs if they decide to salvage this game.
Well, all of a sudden it feels as though the honours are even. The West Indies, no doubt, had the best of the first half of that first session, but Nepal are surging thanks to a good partnership. It's worth 31 now. As we get to the halfway stage of the first innings, it'll be time for the players to take in a drink, with Nepal at 74 for 3. Sheikh, star of the show thus far, striking at more than 150. And Sandeep Jura has come in. This is his role to play, to work it around, to allow the power hitters to come in after. The likes of Dipender Singh Airi and Gulshan Jha and the returning Mohammad Adil Alam. Here's the 3 wickets that have fallen. Kushal Patel got himself in a horrible tangle. And Rohit Paudel probably just felt the pressure of the dot balls building up against him. And then this was probably the unforgivable one, a real mix-up. Marvellous work by the youngster at backward point, combining with Jason Holder to catch Kusal Mala short. He was run out for 7. Lots of spin options for the West Indies tonight. Fabian Allen, an experienced one of those. He comes into the attack now for the first time with the 2 right-handers at the crease. And the talk you would imagine, Carlos, for the West Indies in that drinks break will be that they need to break this partnership, as they do take on the single. That could have been close. He's a fantastic, a phenomenal fielder, Fabian Allen. The initial stop was very good. Could this have been out with a direct hit?
Definitely it's close. When you talk about fielding and fielding prowess, I think Fabian Allen's up there with one of the best in the world. Slight fumble on the return, but up quickly and would have been gone. Would have been gone.
You talk about him being one of the best fielders in the world. Kareem McGore's catch the other day comes with that pedigree from the USA days. I think this was out. I think you're right. Gone, and gone for all money. To even turn that into an opportunity was marvellous athleticism. But you must have been impressed by Nepal's fielding, not just Dipender Singh Airi, who you knew all about, having played with him at the GT20, but Kushal Patel too.
Yeah, it was a good fielding performance. I think the intensity is what I loved. A lot of men fast across the ground. They get to the ball quickly. They look hungry. And it's the one thing, if regardless of sport that you play, if you are the underdog, you know that you have to get the 1%ers right. You know you have to, in cricket, do the basics. That's fielding, that's turning ones into twos. That's turning twos into ones when you're in the field, being really tight, almost having a siege mentality. And if the big dog isn't up to the mark, you can outgun them with your basics versus their skills.
I know they'll have been well prepped, and I'm not saying they were underestimating Nepal, but do you feel they were surprised by particularly the speed to the ball that the fielders showed? Swept very powerfully and swept for 4. A controlled stroke of the highest quality. Asif Sheikh going through the gears nicely. It's 80 for 3. Really good shot, this one.
Yeah, off the stumps, but he swept off length. I saw it was back into the pitch, and what I like about it is you rolled his wrist nicely, getting all the bat over the ball and into the ground.
Left arm round. Come on, kid. Yo. Go, kitty.
Really good platform for Nepal. Very, very humid evening out there. West Indies probably just starting to feel the pressure a touch, so much so the captain has said, now's the time for me to bowl my 4th and final over.
Yeah, there'll be that 140 in the mind of the West Indian players. They couldn't chase it 150 in the first game. They know almost have that as a target. They don't want Nepal to reach. So I think psychologically, being in this situation, they're feeling the pressure a bit.
Yes, Akil. Yes, Akil.
And even if this is a tight over, let's say it goes for 2 or 3, Nepal still have a position whereby they might better their score from 2 days ago.
I think if West Indies look after the middle, they'll think that how the innings subsided in the first game, that they can do something similar and restrict Nepal. However, we know in cricket, wickets in hand are so important, and they would think that with wickets in hand, it's possible for them to finish better than they did in the first game. That would be the cause of concern. So Akil Hussain has brought himself back to try to make a breakthrough. Asif Sheikh going well on 48 off 31. Joro better than a run of ball. So this is a seasoned partnership, and he's seen the importance of having to break it.
It's a remarkably similar position to 2 days ago, because at the end of the 12th over in that historic win for Nepal, they were 82 for 3. So almost a carbon copy. Posted 148 that night. They'd like a few more, I suspect, with the fact that Akil Hussain will be bowled out in 2 deliveries time.
Gotcha.
Going to take on the quick single, and Sheikh had to hurry.
What was that?
An appeal from Akil Hussain, a delayed one. He says, how is that, umpire? Umpire has a think and says, no, we won't go upstairs. Safe single.
I just think it should have been more of a chance. It's not close at all. So could it have been a crooked throw? Could Akil Hussain be behind the stumps to have the catch and go back? Questions are being asked of a young West Indies fielding team. But youth should mean exuberance and intensity.
Well, it's a very good set, as always, from Akil Hussain. He'll finish with the marvellous figures. Well, 4 overs, 2 for 21. It's 83 for 3.
Fabian Allen. Here's another boundary, perhaps the first 6 of the innings. And this has been some lovely ball striking to go with 12 fours from Nepal.
Fantastic, Sandeep Zora. 24 of 17. He has come back into the side. Second match is playing in this series. Very well timed. He's a very elegant player, Sandeep. Brilliant. A 6 followed by a single.
Use the wicket, boys. Come on, boys, come on.
Let's have a look at this in the replay. Very well timed.
It's a wonderfully well-compiled half-century for Asif Sheikh. His 8th in T20 internationals. And he joins his brother, who has a half-century against the West Indies in ODIs. And the Sheikhs doing their thing.
One of the most stylish batters. He's been getting starts as well. 50 of 34. A wonderful opportunity for him to convert. Reverse it this time. Big appeal. Would have missed the stumps for sure. The younger Sheikh, Asif Sheikh. Some exquisite looking shots. Times the ball really well. Swept really hard, but straight to the field, and this time only a single. How rare is it, Ian, for both the brothers to be so good, to make it to the national side? Such proud parents. There must be in his home city in Birganj. back foot towards the offside. Will be a single. So 50 partnership has also come up after 13, 93 for 3.
It's wonderfully compiled, and he'll be hoping to kick on for even more, given that he's now set. Oh, very well set.
Come on, Navin. Come on, Navi. Come on, Navi boy.
Dacey again. None for 17 so far. Found it a little bit tougher today. Nepal have been a little bit more aggressive, even though they lost those 2 early wickets.
Down the track this time, full swing of the bat, the ball has gone very high, and another handsome 6 here for Sandeep Zohra. Oh, he's loving it. Premeditated this time, came down the track, and right thing to do as well. While now getting into so 100 up as well. So Nepal getting into a fantastic position from here now. More than 6 overs to go, Ian. How do you think this pair will approach from here now?
They've got a lot of resources left. Obviously, they've got 7 wickets, Nepal. So they should be looking to get in excess of 160. That would be the theory with this partnership well established. Good running again. So that's some of the impressive stuff that they've done. They've supplemented the boundary hitting today with that excellent running that we saw in the first game.
Certainly the running between the wickets has always been a strength for the Nepalese. Kushal Malla is known to be that fast, and he was run out. But this pair, Asif Zohra, Sandeep Zohra, also an excellent runner in between the wickets. He's moved on to 35 in just 23. Another single, 12 runs off this over, 14 gone, 105 for 3.
Very good from Nepal, and this partnership has been excellent. Last 30 deliveries, 40 runs have come. And I think they've sort of, not shocked, but surprised the West Indies with the consistency of boundary hitting, the aggression that they've shown with the bat.
Could not have agreed more. The counter-attack was right on point for Nepal. That's exactly how they should have approached this game, and they did the same. And I think it has surprised the West Indies team.
Blades. Fabian Allen at 8 is not too bad. So it's not surprising they've had to go back to one of their two specialist seamers in blades.
He's timing the ball really well here, Sandeep Zora. You think of Sandeep and you think of youngsters who you think have underperformed in their career. He was out of the side as well. Tremendous ability. Fantastic timer of the ball. And a very handy fielder himself. That's the VIP box there. Chhatar Bahadur Chand, the president of Cricket Association of Nepal. Few other board members as well.
Should be gone, should be. No one goes for it. Unbelievable. Hussain left it for Blades. Blades left it for Hussain. In the end, no one. No love lost now.
Miscommunication. One third thought the other would go for it. Eventually, none did. Very lucky this. Very fortuitous here. Is it Sandeep Zora's night? Asif, 53 of 37. He's been there right from the start. Nepal lost both its openers early in the previous game, but this time Asif has stayed there. And this is how the ball landed on no man's land. Yes, Asif probably just came in the way of the bowler, but should have been better communication anyways.
Cross seamer here again from Blades. Yeah, that's another area that the West Indies hope to improve on from the first game. There were 10 wides. Yeah, I think that's where Akil Hussain has to accept that he should have gone for the catch, because Blades was definitely alongside the batter. Just momentarily, just there. So he was a little inhibited, which Akil Hussain should have been the one to take that.
Slow one this time, beaten up completely. Asif looking to pull that shot, pull that ball. Completely beaten up.
It's a field set that suggests maybe a higher percentage of going into the surface with 4 deep fielders leg side, only 1 fielder outside of the circle offside. 2 straight on that occasion.
Another wide. This has been a consistent problem for the West Indies bowlers. Six wides already, 10 in the first match. Bonus runs here for Nepal. Beaten this time with the pace. Very tight over this time. 3 runs despite the 2 wides. 15 gone, 108 for 3.
Score after 15 overs almost runs parallel with what Nepal managed to achieve at the same point in the innings in the first game. They were 4 down then for 108, but they got strangled a little bit in the last 5. Kyle Mayers into the attack. Sometimes you'd see Kyle Mayers a lot in this format, Sachin, use the new ball and swing it into the right-handers or across the left-handers. Occasionally he'd bowl at the back end. It's not an easy job coming to bowl your first over now in what we call the death with two set batters.
Did really well this time. The sound of the bat, fantastic. And first six for Asif. It was towards the bigger side of the ground. Fantastic shot, and he knew the ball had traveled the distance right after he struck. The sound so crispy. Nepal going on really well here.
They're not big boundaries here by any stretch of the imagination, but that was a fantastic blow. 12 fours, 3 sixes. Previous game, 8 sixes and 6 fours in their innings.
গ্লাসের ভাগ আছে, অন্য গ্লাস, এটা অন্য গ্লাস।
There's the onside again. Didn't get to the middle of the bat this time, I suppose.
Speed ball, speed ball.
This has been a wonderful innings by Asif. He scored 60, stayed there when his partners were falling. Nepal lost 3 early wickets. And this partnership now, 73 of 56 already. Zohra 38 of 28. A perfect partnership that Nepal required at that point of time. Looking to go back for the second run. They decide to go for the second run. This is not even a new thing now. Nepal converting ones into twos. Almost a hallmark of Nepal's approach.
And again, one of the features and that was decisive in that first game. And they have to look now to Jason Holder with his 2 overs left to come back into the attack to look to close out the innings. He's their go-to man at the end of the innings and try to stem this wonderful partnership. It's truly been spectacular. Nepal going well, 121 for 3. Nepal going well, 121 for 3.
Really good partnership. It should have been broken. And I fully agree with Ian Bishop that it should have been Akil Hussain, the captain. He should have come in with his momentum, having walked in to take that catch that would have dismissed Sandeep Jura. The life has been given, and it means Holder is called upon for a very important 2 overs. Wasn't best pleased with a couple of the decisions tonight, but that one clearly a wide as I say good evening to Paresh Lahani. Nepal in a good position here, Paresh.
Good evening, Lenny. Yes, Nepal definitely in a very good position here. Still 7 wickets in hand. Hitters yet to come. Gulshan Jha, Dipender Singh Aire and Adil Alam. 3 power hitters. Very good innings by Zora and Asif Sheikh.
Big swing and a miss. You can see in that. That little statistic in the bottom left of your screen. Here at Sharjah in T20s this year, there's been plenty of runs on offer towards the end of the innings.
We can clearly see just 7.83 in the power play, middle overs 7.99 and 11.38 in the death overs.
Man at long on is going to watch it sail over his head. Rohit Paudel elated with that. The captain claps on as Jura finds another maximum, his third. Nepal on the charge.
This was picked up very nicely by Sandeep Zora, over long on for a 6. And off got a ball by Jason Holder. Nicely picked away by Sandeep Zora for a 6. The third 6, as you said, Lenny, is moved to 49 of 33. A good partnership this, 85 of 62.
Yet another big selection call from Stuart Law has gone right. So many have called for this man to get into this T20I side more regularly. He's been given his chance, and he's shown all his class to make a fourth T20I 50. First coming against a Test nation, first against the West Indies for him. And he's played ever so well. Has come off 34 balls, 3 4s, 3 6s.
You can see the strike rate 147.1 for Sandeep Zora. Asif Sheikh opened the batting. He's on 60 of 42. 3 6s and 3 4s for Sandeep Zora in his 50. Facing just 32 balls. 34 balls, I beg your pardon.
Hold around the wicket, Asif Sheikh. Sheikh just loses his shape completely. Good change of pace, bowled into the surface. Yeah, both of these batters, both Asif Sheikh and Sandeep Jura, tasting milestone 50s against Test nations in this format for the first time. It's just such a golden opportunity for this Nepal side.
Yes, it is. One up in the series, 3-match series for Nepal and West Indies. The first time a T20I bilateral series has been played by Nepal.
Man out at deep cover. He's not quite going to get there, and if anyone could have got there, it would have been Superman himself, Fabian Allen. Just checked up and dipped on him in the deep. Rohit Paudel spoke about 160 at the toss. They're right on track for that and maybe more.
Absolutely, they are. If this partnership moves towards the 20th over, they might well get exception of 160. You can see the projected score there.
Good Yorker, and well dug out too by Sandeep Jura, who will keep the strike. It's 131 for 3. How much of the performances of Nepal surprised you, or were you expecting them to be really, really competitive against a side ranked 12 places above them?
To be honest, Lenny, it's not a surprise for me because they have been working really, really hard in the Nepal team. And talking about the openers, Asif Sheikh and Kushal Patel. Yeah, I'm not surprised by the performance of Nepal team beating West Indies in the first game. Again, in route in the second game to a very good total, a winning total, I must say. If they cross 160 with their bowling and fielding, you never know.
Yeah, they'll certainly be confident of maybe taking an unassailable 2-0 series lead. As Jediah Blades returns for his 4th and final over. I've been impressed with him. Remarkable to think of a player as talented as this 23-year-old. Just 2 appearances in the CPL this year for the Guyana Amazon Warriors.
Yeah, he's one of the pick of the bowlers for today. Jediah, 3.1 overs, just 15 runs given away by him. Under 5 runs per over for him.
towards long on, and again over his head. Jura showing his power and his class to go with it. That's his fourth maximum.
Talking about Zadia bowling good overs, 3.1 overs for 15 runs. Ultimately gets a 6 in the last over of his spell.
Oh, 6 more. Massive. What a strike from Sandeep Jura. Nepal are in dreamland here.
Sandeep Jura just catching on to his partner Asif Sheikh. He's crossed his partner, 63 of just 38 deliveries. 100 partnership in 69 balls.
What a way to go to that landmark 100 partnership. That's cleared the ropes by many a mile. Outstanding strike, probably the biggest 6 of the night. Just sublime from Sandeep Jura. The Nepal fans probably can't quite believe it's already a career best for him, passing the 56 he made against PNG. That was out in Hong Kong last year. He just keeps going, but this time I think he might have holed out. Hit it straight to the man. And the fun is going to end for the moment, but what an innings we've witnessed. Strike rate up over 160. Career best numbers for Jura, but he perishes in the hunt for 3 consecutive 6s. But we're going to maybe just have a look at the front foot, Paresh. Surely not.
Sandeep Jura just held there by the umpire to check the front foot of the bowler.
Asif Sheikh knows his cricket. He said, wait, you just wait. The umpires want to have a look upstairs. Surely not, young Jediah Blades. Surely you've kept your front foot behind that line. Oh, now. I'm glad I'm not up in the box. Buddy Pradhan has all that experience. He'll have to adjudicate, is there anything behind the line? I don't know, Paresh, is my answer. Much rather be here than in the hot seat. This is very, very close.
It sure is. They always say the line belongs to the umpire. Is this the part when he lands the heel?
All he needs is something behind the line at the point of contact. The foot is not down at that stage, it is there. Now, is there any part of the big size 12, size 13s behind that front line? Sandeep Jura has actually gone back into his position. He feels as though this will be given as a no ball. It's ever so close. It's going to be a no ball. And by maybe just the barest of margins. Despite Sandeep Jura having retaken his position, he thought it was a no ball from looking up at the big screen. But Buddy Pradhan said just a millimetre, just something behind the line. It means that Jura's gone for 63. It's 143 for 4. Wow, that was close. This one.
No, you're not even that because the frame that
So close, wasn't it? You're giving the no ball, you mean? Not giving it out. Young Gulshan Jat, the power hitting left-hander to the crease at 6. He can have impact, but A wicket will always stem the momentum that Nepal have built up. Has come in a little bit of controversy because of just how close it was. He did 2 sixes the 2 previous balls, Paresh.
That came out of the inner part of the bat, couldn't time it. He hit 2 consecutive sixes and trying to hit the third one perishes. Nevertheless, a wonderful innings by Sandeep Zora.
Really skillful bowling. Outside of those 2 sixes, that was an outstanding spell from Jediah Blades. 1 for 27 for him. It's 143 for 4. Well, Jason Holder is a certainty to bowl one of the final 2. The big question is who's going to bowl the other one. It would be a very tall task to ask of one of the 2 young wrist spinners. Bit of say. Has bowled 3. Here comes Holder. He'll bowl the 19th. Paresh, I have no idea at all who Akil Hussain is thinking to bowl the 20th.
Yes, talking about Jason Holder, he's going to bowl the penultimate over. Jason Holder. Hussain is already done with his 4 overs.
Is this a miscount, a misstep from Akil Hussain?
It might be because of Sandeep Zora's innings. He hit 2 sixes in a row.
Just wonder whether or not he's planned it this way, that he's going to ask a young wrist spinner to bowl the 20th and final. Kyle Mayers is the other option. I suppose the experience of Fabian Allen possibly to spear them in, but Gulshan Jha loves left arm spin if he's still at the crease in the 20th and final. Just outside the goal line. No arguments this time from Jason Holder because Gulshan Jha did not move.
He's bowling, he's trying to bowl to his field, but bowling a bit wider of the off stump of the left-hander. He has a short third, backward deep point, a cover point, and a long off as well. There's a short extra cover.
Sliced away, and sliced all the way. What a stunning stroke from Gulshan Jha. How's he got this all the way for 6?
He timed it very well, Gulshan Jha. He's a very good timer of the ball, a good hitter, a big hitter as well. I think the bottom hand came into play.
I'm dumbstruck here. Don't know how he's got that up and away for 6. Like a bullet all the way into the gate. Clever comeback, the pace comes off, the fingers are rolled over the delivery.
Gulshan Jha talking to himself, just telling himself, I think, to keep your mind calm. Still 6.3 overs, 1.3 overs to go.
Oh, now, I think he's hit him. May well have a concussion check here because the short ball has just surprised Gulshan Jha, given his leg buys, and rightly, we will see the physio brought on. Paresh, I know your prowess with the bat. You were maybe a little more technically correct than Gulshan Jha up at the top of the order, but how, oh how, has he got this one all the way over the rope? It wasn't a bad delivery necessarily. With a 6.
This was the ball that hit his helmet. A good bumper by Jason Holder. Let's hope he's fine, Gulshan Jha. He gave a thumbs up to Jason Holder when he asked him, are you okay or not?
It was a really heavy blow. Good to see that he's okay and fit to continue. Now, let's have a look at this 6. How did he get this there all the way?
This is all the bottom hand that he used to play the shot. You can see that Look at the use of the bottom hand.
Outstanding, and I think it's actually where Jason Holder's trying to bowl. He's trying to get it full and wide outside the off stump. Audacious in the way in which, as you say, gets that bottom hand through the stroke. Love the Nepal glove, the Nepal flag on the gloves as well. 19 boundaries altogether. And just like we saw the other evening with many different players clearing the ropes, Nepal showing their power. Very good bowling. Crucial dots as the leg by had brought Asif Sheikh onto strike. He's just maybe hit a bit of a lull, a slow spot here in the final 5.
Yes, he has, because of Sandeep Zohra, who played so well. A good innings by him. And Jason Holder is bowling to his field. There's a deep backward point and a deep extra cover. Short third, cover point, and mid-off is inside the circle.
Now, how's this one gone all the way? Almost an action replay, a mirror image, if you will. The first one belonged to Gulshan Jah. This one belongs to Asif Sheikh. The over ends in some style. It's 158 for 4. Two rather remarkable strokes in that over. Holder, who was the hero a few days ago, 4 for him. None for 39 tonight. Funny old game.
Yes, it is, and Lenny, what I think is the pitch is playing a little better than the other day. The ball is nicely coming onto the bat. And what I think is Jason Holder, he missed the trick. He's not bowling those variations into the pitch.
There's the acceleration. It's come as a team. They've all carried the side in their own way. First it was Asif Sheikh, critical the way in which he's carrying his bat through this innings. Then Sandeep Zohra really picked it up. And now Gulshan Jah. Well, look at that. Outstanding batting again. The bottom hand coming through. Final over. It's Kyle Mayers to bowl it. How's that's the appeal? And it's given. Gets it full, gets it straight. And it's good enough to find the 5th wicket.
We were wondering who's going to bowl the last over. It is Kyle Mayers bowling a full delivery, a Yorker, getting Gulshan Jah right in front of the stumps. Gulshan has to depart.
It was really full. Yes, the back foot. They don't come any easier than that. There's been 2 decisions tonight for Durga Subedi, and he said, I may as well not be here. Anyone would have given it out. Gonna go on it, face the middle. It was short and sweet, 6 off 6. 158 for 5. Back to that side.
Next stick. Right arm over.
Adil Alam to the crease. His first international could be run out here in 3 years instead. I think he's going to get 2 leg byes, and I think we're going to have another concussion check, because for the second time in 2 overs the helmet has been struck and the physio will have to scamper on. Good use of the short ball from Kyle Mayers. Rather remarkably, that was his first ever T20I wicket. He bowled so much in the franchise leagues, I couldn't believe that when our statistician told us. But another good bouncer.
Yes, it was right on the grill. Adil Alam, he must be shook by that delivery. Anyway, 2 runs added to Nepal's total, 160 for 5 in the last over of the innings.
Is this a very conscientious piece of leadership from Stuart Law and Rohit Powdell to get Mohammad Adil Alam, who'll be so nervous after that 3-year gap? Just 14 international appearances, and then obviously a very well publicised reasons why he hasn't been in the team, but back in. He's shown really good form. And he's got big power hitting levers. That has gone many a mile. Welcome back to international cricket, Mohamed Adil Alam.
Even though it was a full toss, the first ball he got a blow on his helmet, and the second ball he hit it for a maximum 6.
The reason I was going to ask you, is it a conscientious piece of leadership, not going with Dipender Singh Airi, who's known as the 6-hitter, going with Adil Alam, giving him his chance back in to the red and blue of Nepal?
It's turning out to be a good decision by the captain and the coach.
Won't beat the captain there, right on the edge of the circle. Great moment for Mohamed Adil Alam. The power that Nepal have shown in the latter stages of this innings. They didn't hit a single 6 in the first 10 overs. They've hit 9 inside 10 overs in the second half.
Yeah, courtesy goes to Sundip Zora, 3 6s that hit, and even Asif Sheikh and Gulshan Shah, and now Mohammad Adil Alam.
He's missed out here. They're going to try and scamper a run. No, it's all happening. The butterfingers kicking in, the dew potentially, maybe the humidity. West Indies looking a bit rattled for the second time in just 48 hours.
Yes, they have been, apart